Hello, my friends. Hello, Julia.
Hello, friend.
How are you?
Amazing.
Have you ever thought of this? That nowadays youth feels longer. Do you know what that means?
I know what that means.
Can you tell me what that means? I think you could really describe that very well.
I think it seems to the older generation that right now younger people are more childish, not serious, not goal oriented. But I think it's just because of this new time.
There is a new time? What is the new
it's
time?
different than it was before. Before people get married at 20, have kids at 22, had one profession for the rest of their life, went to school and that's it. But right now you constantly have to change. So it doesn't work like that anymore. Get married early, do the same thing forever. So people always have to change, evolve. So I think they choose to do all these things later in life because they know the lifespan is longer.
Yeah, so what Julia is trying to say, this video is going to be really short. So back in the days, when people were like in the 1900s, the maximum
1900s, when we were born still.
maximum age was like 30. So now people live till 90. So at the age of 60, they're like starting to just becoming adults. And at the age of 72, they're like, I am ready for excitement. And Julia, do you know what you just said? Do you or no?
I do.
It's the shift people are not willing to take, younger or older. That's all it is. And they create excuses for themselves that they live longer and that they are going to be here till 90. And they postpone the retirement age from 55 to 65 to 75. And guess what? In next 10 years, there's no retirement age. It's going to be all amazing life. Elon Musk said. Nobody needs to work. But back in the days, lifespan was 35, now it's 95. Take action and live a full life constantly. Shift constantly. Make the change. Don't be a kid. No.
I think today, what I was trying to tell you is that today there are more choices, and with more choices comes more delay, right? Because before it was no choice. It's just our parents had fewer options, so life pushed them into responsibility earlier. And right now, because of all these options, new generation doesn't have to do that. They don't have to choose something early.
Right, so they stay till 72.
They have option 2.
I don't know why I picked 72. Everybody don't get upset at the 72. Let's pick 6, 7. Oh, 6, 7. I don't know.
Your son would be proud of you right now.
Right, he can watch the video. But guys, this is the most important life lesson. Action should not be postponed or delayed because you have more choices. You always have a lot of choices. Back in the 1700s, there were a lot of choices. There were thousands of choices per day. You go there, you do this. It takes longer to get from the city to a city. It takes longer to take your donkey from one city to another city. It's much longer, but it's a choice. When you sit down and do the questionnaire of what serves you, what doesn't, that choice comes to you naturally because you know who you are. You know what you want. You know where you going. And it's not the age. Age is just a number. It's here. It's here when you decide. Back in the days, 21-year-old got married. You can get married at 21 too. You have more choices now? What does that mean? More men? More women? What does that mean?
You don't have to choose marriage anymore.
There you go. That's the next topic. You do not have to choose marriage anymore. Next topic is going to be another.
Why?
You don't, but you can.
You can.
Yeah, you can, and people do.
But before that, there was no other choice. It started.
What do you mean there was no other choice?
It started from the 1700s, and before, where people lived shorter, then a little bit longer. But before, there was no choice because if you don't have kids at 20, 21, 22, majority women only lived until 40, 45, because they would die during giving birth. If not the first one, then the eighth baby. So that's why there was no choice.
Eighth baby. Eighth baby. No. Guys, make your choices. Don't let somebody else take your choice. Don't make these excuses that before. First of all, before we don't know what it was. Now is the time. Now is the day. Now is the moment. You know what, who, when, where, what you need. If you decide it's a time, do it. If you're 21 and it's a time, do it. If you're 50,
everything is just optional. It seems more optional, like career, marriage, kids. Everything feels optional. Before there was no option. People had to. This was how they were taught.
Stop shaking my camera. It's not optional. You're shaking my camera, but that's not true.
And when everything is optional, commitment becomes scarier. So
everything is optional all along the humanity. It's optional
it's
here.
times right now. It wasn't like that optional before.
It was.
People had no choice.
100% it was. There was always a choice. This is what was told. Yes, there is a choice always. It's your life.
You're trying to say this is an excuse and people are trying to avoid growing. I don't think so.
That's the answer. Everybody, always a choice. Do not read something from the past or the future. Here and now, if you decide, if it's your life, if it fits your needs, and if you are happy with it, that's the time. There is no longer postponement or more versions or more stuff you could pick from. If it aligns with your values, do it. That's how it was 100 years ago. That's how it's going to be 1,000 years ago. Remember this video. You're going to see this video in 100 years. If YouTube is still going to be here, which I think YouTube is going to be here for a long time, this is going to be the life. It's always going to be excuses. But if you're aligned and you feel good, that's your time. It's your time at your given time when you make that decision. When you move from where, Julia? Passenger seat to the driver's seat.
But not everybody wants to.
That's it. And then more choices is better. That will train you to make decisions. And that will train you to make decisions what you want. Because if more choices derail you to a 90 and you're standing in front of 5 different coats, you cannot pick one, and you live in Florida, you don't need a coat, doesn't matter.
You just described me. I feel like it's me.
I didn't want to point fingers, guys, but you're in Florida, you're buying a fur coat, and when you're supposed to be walking in a swimsuit, what are you talking about? Julia, I love you. Everybody have a phenomenally amazing day. Do not give these excuses before 100 years to future. Now, make that decision. There's choices all the time. Back in the day, was you want to ride a donkey or a horse? Stay there till 90. Donkey dies, horse dies, you're still there. Amazing day, bye.
Thank you, Taras.